So here I'm going to stream um, the trades which I'm taking right now. So if you see the trading session has started already, and again the losses, if you are seeing, it's in minus 36 and suddenly it fluctuates. So yeah, it's the beginning of the day, it's fluctuating. I'm not worried about that. I'm actually looking at the price fluctuations. So if you see rain is so I'll only care about the ones which are drastically changing. So if you see rain, I'm in a bullish trade of rain, and it is going positive. That is, it's going 1% up from down. So in futures I'm making profit, and also options are in profit, and option so also have a high volatility, so that's good. So I wanted to go up. I wanted to go up, not so drastically, but in a steady pace. Yeah. And I guess rain doesn't have for next trading session. So yeah, if you see the now the prices are coming down and the decay is extremely high, so I can exit even in trades like Granual, for example. So if you see the prices are going up, and I have a 3300 straddle, which I have to, I thought the prices won't go up so drastically, so I bought it. I took July, not June, for this one. So the 300 was, the price was stable since a long time, so I've taken that. But now it's, since it's going up, I have to consider buying it. Now everything is going bullish, but even if you see Zydus, where my positions are not really good at, even I want it to be stabilized. I thought today the prices will reduce and I'll be uh, pretty good with the existing one. I mean, so it was showing the decay would be 40,000, but yeah, 20,000 is also fine, but I'll be waiting for some time. So there's no need to set exit right now, but yeah, we have to plan for that. So if you see this one, Adani ENT, Adani Enterprises. So for, so the prices are in a decent form. So I've placed them almost at 2800 to 2200. It's basically, I was shorting it before. I was profitable with huge 55,000 on this trade, but almost for the margin 55,000 is actually something like 5% ROI. So that was decent enough. uh, and now again the if you see the ROI is again 5% for 10 lakhs. That's a pretty decent amount, but this is till the month end. So my target is around till Friday, this Friday, or I was actually keeping the target for Wednesday of 26,000, but looks like the volatility has is going up. I think it has to go down to somewhere around 60 for me to exit it. But yeah, so if you're seeing the prices are decreasing, minus 18 from minus 36. Let's go back to other trades. So I have to exit because I have minus margins. I'm not sure why all of a sudden Zerodha decides, or I don't know, suddenly it is down to a certain margin where we can't even trade. Okay, so now if I'm seeing this position, the Ambuja Cements has a position. I have taken this position the last minute of that day, so I'll take off this position to make a set amount of profits here. So which one is priced in a good way? This one, I'll sell it at 9. I don't want this position at all. So yeah. Yeah, done. So now I guess the margins, yeah, I have a pretty good margin to balance out the remaining trades, but I am thinking, so if you're seeing the losses, Here, the only losses which I carry is with Zydus, where the position sizing is huge. I guess. Let's see. Okay. I thought it would reduce a lot but it didn't reduce. So the volatility is increasing, or if I have to sit like this idly for the next week, then it might reduce. I'm not sure. So let it continue. I don't want to disturb that, but I have to exit Zydus Life. Let's see what was the initial profit which I've made in Zydus. So in Zydus, I've made around 3,000 profit, and this is a huge loss for that. So uh, so day before yesterday, that is on Friday. No, the day before yesterday is Saturday. So on Friday, I had around 24, but the 4,000 decay is not fair, or I won't say fair, but it doesn't look decent decay. But we have to wait for the end of the day to see how the decay turns out. But let's go to granules and see. Okay, so let's concentrate again back to this. So I'm getting, so nothing has changed. I mean, so we'll go to Naukri first. If we see Naukri, I was expecting Naukri to stabilize, but it is going up further up. So if you see, I have a straddle at 4,300. I thought it would stabilize, but still it's going up. So what I can actually do is I can cut down the positions of this one, and so I'll cut down the positions here and take 44. So basically selling this and something like this, right? So it would make sense for me, because I'm still bearish, even though I am bullish. I was bullish on this. I wanted the price to stabilize, and I'll be making money, decent money, because this is there and this is fine for me right now. Yeah. And this way, even if in the downfall, so I'll be still bearish on that stock. So yeah, let's exit from here. And the prices are not available. Okay, but if you're seeing it is here it's available at a good price, so I can actually sell it at 890 here. 90 would be fine, right? 90 would be fine. First I have to buy and then sell. Okay, so first I will buy it for okay, it's available at that price, so I'm now the prices are decreasing, so that means this price is increasing. So I'll have it here, and then slowly let's see how it turns up. Fuck, so I can sell it. Oh no, yeah, that got triggered anyway. So now if you see the prices, I have to take this trade into account of realized profits again. So the overall in Naukri, I have, apart from this, I have made a decent amount of profits. So let me take this. So addition of 16,000 today. So So totally I have 34,000. So and the loss which is right now without considering this is would be huge. But let's see without considering that. So even after that, if it's remaining at the same price, right, we will be making around 19,000, which is a good amount even in with a huge rally on it. I didn't consider the huge rally. I was not that much optimistic about Naukri. I was little optimistic, but not so much. Now, what I can also do, since I am positioned long right now, what I can actually do is I can exit even this one. So it is more bearish towards the other thing, because if you are seeing there are huge build-ups which are the changes. If you are seeing here, right, there's again a huge build-up which is happening here, and people are removing the positions which are here. So that for that reason, and also let's see, the combined open interest is it is here exactly. So now as I'm bearish on this again, since I have this and also this, so it's basically like a, a straddle, but in a reverse way. That is, we are having the straddle of uh, puts and calls in a reverse way. The only problem with these strategies, right, if I'm doing like this, I'm not exiting this, because if I exit this I have to pay more charges. So that's the reason I've taken this. But ultimately these implies the same thing. The square of, if it remains here, would be the same, because of a risk management it will square off both of these. But yeah, still it has been growing high. So what I can actually do is I can square this off, so it would be much better. But if you see psychologically, right, this kind of positions, if I'm in this kind of position, right, it basically, even though we are making profits, there are still how many days left? There are 8 days left. So it looks like we are sitting in losses. So right now I'll just exit this position. So it would be much better if I exit this position. And when will I exit this position is, if you see here, so I can exit this position at 4,400 or something, right? So I'll just exit this right now. So to make normalize the amount of this one, so I'll exit it. Mm-hmm. So I'm exiting this. So the worst problem with the stock options is the liquidity. So you can't find liquidity. At the same time, you have to wait for that point to trigger. It would trigger, but here the another thing is I'm using a hell lot of margins which I shouldn't be. So I'm de-risking myself here. So the main step is de-risking and also setting the alerts after we de-risk, right? So here, and the main thing which here we are seeing is Adani, and that which carries the major portion of our position. So if you see, this was actually bearish and now it is in a neutral position. So if I have stayed with the same position, right, I would have made more money. But because of the huge volatility, I was thinking, and also from a chart perspective, if you're seeing here, there is a straddle which is being formed here, and let's see change in OA. So if you're seeing now, it is bearish, where there are huge positions which are being formed at this one. But Adani and operators of Adani, for example, can fluctuate the stock to a vast degree. So having this position makes me feel much safer than having a close near position. But the volatility is priced in if we are doing this. But even that is a little scary thing for me. Mhm. So Adani is now in profits. So if we see, okay, let's also consider all of these together with the profits. Now the volatility The decay seems to be playing in. The only problem which I am facing right now with it is with Zydus, but I'll give some time to this and let's settle this down. But the good thing is I also, apart from that, I also have a stock of Zydus which I'm holding right now, which is making money. This has made 2,000. The overall Zydus may profit might not be so good, but yeah, 6,000. So we this was delta hedged, but yeah, let's see how it's making now. So 6,000 minus this thing. Uh, mhm. And the earlier profits which I've made through position options is plus this amount, which is I'm sitting in minus 6,000 loss. So initially this position was started as a hedge. Now it has come to losses in unrealized. But once if it's sitting in the same position and there are huge buildups in uh, calls here, so I think if it closes here, we'll be making profits of 15,000. But yeah, ultimately we are in losses. Coming to Naukri, I still have a position, and if you're seeing the market is going, it's going down, and this is in a pretty profitable position because I've taken this, but the loss of this would have been greater than, yeah. Now, since I have just these two positions, so if you're seeing here now, if it's going to uh, somewhere in between, right? So combined way, I will be making profits. So in Naukri, since I have already some profits made, I can exit this trade and get some funds needed. So I can exit this position in a good way, but I'll just maintain this position because I already have it. And if you see these things, it is date. I'll let it be. Okay, so now I add this amount to add in that. So this is done. Now, apart from Naukri, Adani is fine. Ambuja. Okay. I should have maintained that position, I guess. But yeah, good. Even this is fine for me until it touches this, right? I am fine with Ambuja in a bullish position. I'll tell you why I am fine, even if it's going in a drastic way. Because first of all, the main reason why I'm fine with it is I've gotten a good exit with Ambuja in stocks. So then this position was there till the expiry. So for 8 days, I think this is fine for me for the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, for next 10 days, right? Okay, there are 10 days for this expiry at Thursday. Oh, I have to add few more here, but yeah, the 17th is 27th is what I really consider, not 29, because I have to exit all my trades by 27th and roll up or roll down based on that. But yeah, so I'll be making decent amount of profits because I've exited it for the 463 or some amount. So now if you see, the overall decay was good. uh, what I was planning to buy was Nasdaq here. There is also a stock. There is Fang. Fang, yeah. So it has decreased, fallen by 1%, but it's in a good highs. So I'll buy this once the prices settle. Not this the Fang prices, but my trade settled here. And once they're settled, if I have a good exits in most of them, so if you're seeing, the price has reduced a lot, so losses have decayed. So now This for this month I'm sitting in around 1 lakh realized percentage. So the percentage is around ROA is around 3.46 in realized profits. Apart from that, let me check out my. So now, if you're seeing just apart from rain, which doesn't have any effect, only things which I'm seeing, which have to set an alert to, is Ambuja. Apart from that, I have to set alerts for everything, but Ambuja is the core one, right? Where I have to see where I have to see when I have to exit. So in Ambuja, I'm thinking to have a position to change the position, because if you're seeing here, there are all call return even in this zone, so they are making basically a straddle kind of thing. So what I'll do is, once the price hits 456, right, I will, once the price is 456, I'm going to change the position from of 180. I'll sell 180 and buy I'll buy one 480 and sell for 470. That would be a good trade here. Mhm. So there are two ways where we can set alerts in principle. Specifically, if I am doing directly through this one, right, I have to deselect this, set alert, LTP. So what this does is, it gives me an alert to my phone and WhatsApp. And there's another way which I set alert is go to this one and go to Ambuja, and then I go to day chart or something. So Ambuja is this. So Ambuja, after the downfall, it has grown steadily. Now it is somewhere here. So this is the worst way to draw a trend line, but ultimately this is how you would draw basic trend line. And now, so since there's a huge downward opportunity, I would also see EMAs now. So everything is indicating it might go down. So what I would do is basically, here the indicator says clearly that there is a possibility of consolidation over somewhere here, but the new price hike, the new price, not hike, the new price increase with a good volume indicates that it will be here. So 442 is something which is exciting. So what I will do is basically have a same straddle which is formed, but if you're seeing the price has not increased 470, so 470 I can right away sell this, but let me see if after this again, since we, so here I can do this and then set the line as okay. Let's so once it's touching that, I'll set an alert. So here we can say once per bar. So in a day, it will, whenever a bar is touched, right, it will give us an alert. So since we have this alert, and on top of that we don't have margins, and we have collected some decay amount, so we can keep this as a token amount to do the exchange, right? So we have to ultimately pay the STT and other things, so that will be covered with this amount. And where is the remaining trades? This is rain. So I'm expecting the prices to be stable, but yeah, if I'm not making any losses in future, right, that is a good thing. And also, if you see, the volatility is huge and IV has increased. So Ivy is good, and it has gone up to a good Ivy, and now the Ivies are going up further. The prices are okay. The blue one is the price, and the orange one is the Ivy. Ivy has decreased at the same time. So there would be a divergence where the price can fall down or can remain stable. So yeah, let's see this for one more day. But I'm mostly predicting the IVs will come down, and we can make a good money if it's in the stable way here in the same month. So since this is done, I have a good margin, but not for something which I want. So here I need Tata Power, which I'm looking at. And one more thing, Tata Steel. Okay, Tata Steel is stable now. Tata Steel. Okay. Now there is an event which is going to come up, and the price. So the stop loss. So I am going to target for this one again in Tata. This is Tata Steel, yeah, Tata Steel. So this will be the stop loss. This will be the target. With the Tata Steel. So now, since we are in this position already, the Tata Steel move has given us a clear clarity, but here there is a trend line which I can draw down. But ultimately, if we are seeing, this is the weekly chart, so that's the first chart which we see. Then there is a another trend line which you see here, where the price can drop to. So if you're seeing this one, the risk is to reward in this trade is huge, right? So you see there's a 10% loss and this one. So what can we do to instead of taking a loss, what can we actually do is buy a call here in this case, not instead of buying a put, or instead of selling a put, we can directly buy a call. So let's see how much a call is available for in Tata Power, Tata Steel. So I'll buy a call, not for July. So now if you're seeing the decay, we will lose X amount, right? So what I'm trying to do is I'll try to cover with something like this. So I'm exiting here. So the risk is to reward in this trade is the same, but again I'm going with some losses here. So I'll exit this. See this. So the expectation we have is 50. So this trade and the amount of weight it has over this is really not fair. I mean, for us to trade here. So if we go to, and this might not even be available. Let's see if it's available at the same price. It might not be available, but let's see. So yeah, it's available in this one, but it's actually available at a higher price. But again, it comes with a decay of 38 days. So ultimately we will be losing 15,000 if we are in this position, the same position. And if it's growing up till let's see, we are making around 1.5, but how much do we lose? We lose around 40,000 if it's going down. And yeah, but what's the price of this? 41,000. So this gives us, should I sell this? Then it doesn't give so much value. So I'll just, instead of buying this, can we buy a further upper which is available at a lower price? Okay, let's say this one. Which one am I buying? Am I buying in the money puts, right? With which I am expecting till the next month it has to go up till 150. But this prediction might not be correct in next 1 month, but once it grows, right, it see I'm expecting till 2000 January 14th. So this way it's not good to buy a call until it's giving a good breakout. That is, if it moves something like this, right, this time is a good time to buy a call. If you see, but we can't predict these times. The momentum has to be really good and other things. But if the market has already topped up and now it's another cycle which takes, usually the cycles are not like this, but few months. So if you are seeing not the COVID cycle but the remaining cycles, right, they actually take around few days. So if you're seeing the price has come down again, it has gone up. So if you are seeing, it has taken almost like 742 days. So predicting it with for 1-2 months is not correct. So we'll be ending up losing more amount than this. So calls might not be a good option here. So for this reason, I'll not take the calls, but the remaining things I am setting the alerts for the remaining things. Again, there's a huge decay here, which is fine right now. Emotionally, not so much happy, but yeah, it is, and I'm not even sad for that. But ultimately, it's basically a basic trade which I'm taking here. So it's not emotional, but it's about the money which we are making at the end of the day. So here I am pretty much in profitability, so I don't have to care about uh, the emotions for the month until we are seeing a drastic losses. But what I'm doing is I'm keeping an alert so I can sleep peacefully. Okay then, bye.